Hello everyone. Good morning. So I heard this morning the coronavirus started from this person who ate the bat. Bat, B-A-T. Every epidemics, diseases, cholera, typhus, all of the mass epidemics came from human mingling with animals, okay? We were never supposed to have epidemics. We die from this, that, personal, individual sickness, not epidemics. They all come from animals. We keep 20,000 cattle, tens of thousands of pigs in the gas crate and expect them to be healthy. Lock them up. This human, not human, the being, sentient, who has feelings. Lock them up in the gas crate, beat them up, not even feeding them well, and you need to be healthy until I kill you and eat you up, okay? That's what we are telling them. You need to be healthy. It does not work that way, right? So what do? You know, you are not healthy. I don't want you to die. Not for me. Not for them. Not for them. They don't want them to die for them. Because I can eat you, you know? That's the only reason. And then, well, I need to keep you alive. I'll give you shots. 27 different kind of antibiotics found in the cows and pigs and chickens. Growth on the top of all that, chemicals and growth hormones. That you are eating them. You are eating chemicals. And their sicknesses and their misery. Why do we have so much depression issue here? Think about it. Think about it. Why are you depressed? You are what you eat, you know? Animals die so tragically. They live misery. All their lives they live in the misery. And last minute, they get to see the sky on the way to the slaughterhouse. They smell the blood when they get dragged into the slaughterhouse. They can sense that just like us. Probably more. And what do you think they release into their blood system and body when they die? We are eating that. Well, not me, but. So you get depressed because you feel their senses. It goes into your bloodstream, your body, your flesh, your mind, your heart. It makes of you. And then you feel all of what they're feeling. Same goes with the milk. Milk is even worse than meat, actually. Meat is a byproduct of the milk. Cheese, yogurt. So much pus goes into your milk, you know. I'm glad to see big companies are coming up with the fake meat and the milk that is just like cow milk, but it's not cow milk, you know. Have you ever seen what we do to little baby calves to get their milk? Put all these baby calves in the wheelbarrow and then put them in these crates, or like if there were 50, 60 little baby calves, they just starve them to death. They lick each other because they don't have mommy. They haven't had one drop of mommy's milk because they are male calves. They don't want male. They just want female, so we can slave them more. I have a really, really, really bad feeling about what we are doing to animals too. Not only environment, it's everything. Everything we are doing wrong. And I am an indigo child. I know that for a fact. So I must have seen as a spirit the future, what it looks like. It's already a little too late. We cannot really reverse immediately. But we are not stopping it either. We continue doing it. It's the sign, the fire in Australia is also one of the signs. So many things happening is the sign telling us you got to stop what you are doing. Do you see people stop doing what they are doing? I don't. They have no clue. They're clueless. 85% of the people, population, clueless. Coronavirus in the China. When I did reading first time, it looked kind of bad initially. Oh, that's another thing. You have to really, really, really pay attention to the news media. What are they doing? Are they really telling us the truth? Or are they just trying to make money off of this subject, right? What I heard is that in China, 90,000 people are infected, but they are not telling the truth. I wouldn't be too surprised. But that is one issue. What we are doing everywhere else, we are selling it. So in order for them to make money, they have to make it look really, really, really horrible. Then it may be it for other countries, right? So let me see, China, what it look like in China. I'm sorry if I sounded like I was lecturing, Has gone through the world already, traveled to the world. Ten of Pentacles. Sun. Knight of Pentacles. Five of Wands. You see my reading? As I'm pulling cards out, I cannot lie about anything when I do it. I may not interpret it right, because some of you are psychics, some of you are intuitive and clairvoyant, So I can just pretty much lay the cards out and try to decipher as best as I can. I may make a mistake too, because we all do. Why did they do that? They are paying the price. They are paying the price because they did not want this news to go out because of money, because they didn't want world to know about it, and they wanted to hide it. They wanted to keep it under the table. You know what I mean? Hush, 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 hush. Just like a SARS. It was all about that economy. They were so afraid of that. They are still hiding something. They are still worried about it. They are still deciding. What are they deciding? You know what I mean? They haven't told us the truth. So, Tower. People are going crazy. Look at this. It's like a Armageddon. This is like a Sodom and Gomorrah. People are just like, screaming. Agony and all that. But in this card, at least, right away it doesn't have that. At least this one has an angel on the top. So to me, there's something, little bit of hope there. What I'm saying is that it's not as bad as it looks. It is bad, but not how not to the point where how people are responding to it, okay? I got that in last reading, previous reading and all that. But this reading came out worse than the other two readings for some reason. Maybe because my emotion was very charged. Whenever I talk about what we are doing, it gets me going, you know. So I apologize if I did that. It has gone over the world. It's spread through the world. It traveled. It just gone to all over the world. Because it's a time for a change. Time for a change. This man says, this man does not want to change, which means we don't want to change. We do everything the way we used to. And because lose a lot of money. Because I don't do reverse readings, so I have to go with my intuition, instinct, if it's positive or negative. And lose lots of money. Because they have to stop this. You know, when there's an epidemic, trade also stops, right? How do you stop? When I walk in the park, there's one park I used to go to. Now I don't see them. I'm so glad they worked on it because these fire ants from Africa, they took over this park. They have mounds and mounds and mounds of them. We don't have ant-eaters here, right? How did they come here? How did they get here to the US? Like termites. How did they get here? People bring things from Asia, like a steelhead. Is that steelhead? Oh, it's good for women who had a baby, right? Well, you know, let's just let them go in the this lake and we will just keep catching them. I'm telling you. That's what people do. That's what people do. And then destroy everything. Same thing. They bring something from here, from Europe, they take over there. Nutria. They cannot even catch them because they are so smart. They are eating up everything, destroying entire environment over there. Everywhere. It's everywhere. But how do you stop them, right? When after we create the huge mess and chaos, try to fix it, cost 10 million times more money than if you would have stopped it in the beginning. They didn't do that. They didn't do that. They were supposed to do the right thing. This is a value. It's all about doing the right thing. Ethics, value system, tradition, being stubborn, you know. They didn't do that. So it cost them tons of money. But somehow Sun picks up and says, you know, at least they are trying to do something right now. It's not all lost, is what Sun says. But a little bit too late, so sad, because it's not going to stop. It's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take long time, okay? For China at least. US looked really good. US was like a more people's fear and reactions than actually what's going to happen. But we are safe. Don't worry about it. In the US, it's safe. But in the China, it's going to take a while to recover from that loss. Because it's gone everywhere. Just they didn't do it right in the first place. If you make a mistake, you know, even me too, any of you who's listening to this video, fix it right then and there. That's the best policy, really. I got away with some mistakes so easy by just admitting it immediately. Who did this? Oh, I'm the one who did that. I'm really sorry. I apologize. I didn't know any better. You know how they react? Nothing. Oh, okay. That's what they say. 100% of the times. They will not beat up my head just because I made it. Even though it's a bad mistake, what can they do? And then you just tell them, I learned the mistake and I've learned my mistake and I will not do that again. I will not repeat it. You got my word for that, you know? That's how you fix the problems. Not by denying it, not by hiding it. That's what a lot of people are doing. Everything is done wrong. I get so much energy. I don't know why I'm picking up. Maybe I'm picking up so much energy right now. Maybe that's part of the, reason why I'm getting charged right now. 5 of Wands. This is again struggling. Lots of struggling, fighting and struggling, and people are focusing more on unimportant issues than important issues. And news media is not helping either by threatening people, scaring people off. Like people, they are scaring people rather than it's going out there. You know what news should do? Even China was hiding, right? But other news media should just give the facts. How many people, rather than, it's all over the world, wow, That's how they put it on the news, to scare people. In China, and then really, bottom line, how many people have died from this so far? 200? Again, I will say this, 8 billion people in the world. People die every moment, every second right now. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm trying to get across. Yes, it is something very serious. We take it seriously. Take it with caution. But in the scheme of the big picture, don't be afraid. Don't be scared. Don't be slave of that fear, Be free. It's just, okay, there's a illness going on. I'll just be careful. If I get sick, I'll just go see a doctor. And I hope for the best. If I die, then maybe that was my life, I'm fated to die at that time. Am I asking too much? Maybe. I guess because I'm not afraid of death. I'm not. Again, I will tell you, I've seen it. I've seen what happened after I die. So beautiful. I have nothing to be afraid of. Look at this card here. Devil. It's more of stress than anything, People become totally chaotic, and it's going to be more of money issue than anything, I can tell you that. Interestingly, you see this photo here? Let me turn on the light for a second. Too much glare. I am so sorry. I didn't even know. The camera was like, look at this. This is bad, okay? This is a devil, but this is bad. You see that? That's what happened. And then that came back to get people. This is the answer. This is the cause and consequence I'm talking about. I didn't even see this picture because I really haven't used this card, until now. And then people are going, screaming. They are going crazy. did that to, we did it to ourselves. They didn't do that to us. And then when we talk about, oh, you know, this is mad cow disease, and what do? Instead of, maybe we should stop eating cow so much? No. How we are going to be able to, you know, make a cow better so we can continue eating them is how we are looking at all the wrong sources. We are handling everything so wrong. Yeah. Dad came back and said, okay, you killed me in a most treacherous way. This is what you get. And people are scared to death. And then there's a dead person. And Dad is dancing on it, on the top of that, and grabbed these dead people and said, ha ha ha. Well, Dad wouldn't say that. You know, animals never are mean beings. But this is metaphor. This is just metaphor. Apologize for the camera, you know, direction. I should have checked it. So when I was coming back after turning the light on, I realized this reading is so amazing. I'm telling you. I'm saying cards are, you know, I'm not saying I'm the amazing reader. The cards are so amazing. How clear message that these cards are telling me and telling us what exactly happened, how it happened, you know, traveled through world, all over the world, it's gone. Because, and it, this is the outcome card on the top of that. Exactly. To me, this is also people will probably die from it, you know. But again, they are more worried about money than people dying in China. I can tell you that right now, because it's all about money. Let me throw out some other cards, clarifying cards. Okay, there you go. See, this just dropped. Didn't even shuffle it. It wanted to come out. These other cards just flew right out of my hand. Look at this. Death. Well, not so much death, but controlling. Like a China government is controlling people, locking them up, not able to move. You don't go nowhere, you know. This is another card like that. Look at this. Well, they will eventually come out, but then it's all about their ego, you know, more than... I didn't even have to shuffle, just came out. Look at this. This just flipped again. All of this. People will struggle. They will struggle for a while. And some of the people will die. Yes, some of them will survive through that. Will this last? I'm going to ask one question. Will this pass us pretty quick? Healing card, yes. Let me ask. What is the lesson? What is the lesson of all this? What do we need to learn? What do we need to learn? I don't know if your spirits have already left my house. If you are still here, help me to pull this card. What is the lesson? hermit, looking for answer. Wise man. Wisdom, that's it. Be wise, wisdom. Learn from it. It's wisdom. Our lesson is to be wise. Amazing. Such an amazing card. Thank you, cards. Really appreciate you helping me doing this reading today. Crazy, isn't it? You guys need to be safe out there. But again, don't be consumed by this media fear, okay? A lot of that is bogus. All you need to know is the fact that happened. How many people died? 2 people in Singapore, 2 people in Korea, 2 people in the US, whatever, whatnot. In the big picture, 2 people. People are afraid it will spread through like crazy. It may not. But why do we worry about it before it even happened, right? And live in that fear. I'm sure there are a lot of people not worried about it either, you know. I'm not. Because there's nothing I can do anyway, right? I used to be such a warrior, you know. I worry about everything. Or that may have been because I was picking up everybody's energy. I don't seem to worry nothing anymore since I kind of, you know. Anyway, all right, guys, stay very safe. God, I cannot believe this. That bat came out. Devil, but, you know, that's a metaphor. Thank you for watching my YouTube, my video. I really appreciate your time watching mine. I pray for you guys. Thank you.